Hey everyone, I'm back. Miss Phillips here, part two of how to create a kiosk using Google Slides. So you've already completed part one. So now it's time to go and retrieve your presentation so that you can create a kiosk out of your Google Slides. So let's get started. We've already opened up your browser. Now you need to go to your Google Launcher here. Then you're going to select it and go ahead and select slides. And then you're going to go and get your presentation that you've been working on. And I've worked on a couple of them. So what I decided to do was review what we've already accomplished. And that was we have our background. We have the text that we had earlier. But what we're going to do with this session, we're going to work on creating a, I call it the bells and whistles of Google Slides, where we're going to add, we're going to format uh, the text, we're going to format the images as well, and really give make it really clean, make it look real pretty, and make it really look attractive for your audience. So let's get started. I'm going to X out of here and let's take a look. So I want to change the background. It's white, but I changed my mind. I'm going to change the background. I also want to change the outline here. So I'm going to go ahead and select it, and I want to add a border. Now we've talked about adding borders before, so you can select whichever way you would like to. I'm going to select 4, and it's already on black. So we'll keep it to black. I think that's pretty good. And I'll do the same thing for my name as well. So we'll use the 4, that'll be the weight that we will use. And then we'll also maybe put color on the inside of this. And so we'll select it again. Let's go to the paint bucket. Let's fill it up. And let's see, maybe a little purple. Let's see how that looks. It's kind of dark. Maybe we'll need to lighten it up a little bit. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think I like that better. All right, so you go to the paint bucket to change your color. All right. So now let's go to our next slide, and this is our machine that we have been working on. We were learning about different types of machines, and you can add a text to this machine here. We also have another machine. This is a different type of machine. This is a milling machine. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, he already put a text on this one. This is a precision machine cutter. And let's take a look at this one. This is a 3D printer. And I think the last one is we just had a welder. All right, so we're going to, well, we'll start right here since we're right here. All right, so let's go to insert and let's add a text box and click and drag, and let's just put welding. That's very, very small and hard to see, but that's okay because we already know how to change that. We're going to click and drag, and then we're going to change the font. And I love fonts, and we talked about that. But one day, like I said, we're going to do a lesson on fonts. I love fonts. But you find the font that you like. Let's keep looking. Let's see what we have here. So many to choose. That's the hard part. Oh, I like this one. It's my favorite one. All right, so we're going to make it larger. So you just keep clicking, or you can size it up, but I like to click. And I'm going to change it to white so you can really see it. I like that. All right, now here we have our 3D printer. So let's go to Insert and let's go to Text Box. And I think I'm going to, let's see, 3D. I like that. Now I'm going to make this larger, and I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, I'm going to highlight here. I'm going to make it larger. This time I'm just going to select, let's just change it to, well, let's make it a little bit bigger than that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I like that. And I'm going to go to the Orbitron. Orbitron. I like that. And let's add another text. Spread this out a little bit. Let's add another text box. Go to Insert, Text Box. And make it maybe this size. Now this time I want the text to be vertical. So I'm going to hold my Shift key up. This time I'm going to select my letter, press Enter, 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 and Enter. All right, now that's how I want this to look. I want this to be a little bit different than the other. Now, you don't have to make yours like this, but I would want to show you different ways to add text to your presentation. And that's one way, because I really like that. Oops, I want to go to this font right here. All right, so resize it. Go here, try 48. That might be a little bit too big. So let's go to, we'll shrink it just a little bit. All right, and I'm happy with that. I like that. I like the way that looks. I like that. That looks really nice. Okay, so go back and label the different machines that you have. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about how to make the images stand out. Now these images look really well with the backgrounds, but I want to take a look at the backgrounds here, and we really want our images to stand out. All right, now this looks pretty good, but it needs something else. So you can add a border if you like. So with this particular one, I think I'm gonna add a border to this. I'll add let's see, we'll go with white. And let's select format options. And here you can select drop shadow. And and when you do that, you're going to get a chance to use some of your imaging tools to make a statement. So we want to make this have a really good 3D effect. So we'll pull it out here a little bit. Okay. Let's try this one. So let's select here. And I was working on this earlier, and I think this is I think this is a milling machine. But anyway, if you want to change the border color, you can. Okay. Here we have the drop shadow. Select that, and then you can move the sliders. You can move them so that you can really give a really nice effect, 3D effect. All right, so if I pull this out a little bit more, see if when I bring it in, it looks flat, but once I spread it out a little bit, and I'll squeeze this in, select it, and I like the way that it looks. All right, so let's try a couple more. Let's see. Let's go with this one, welding. So select it. Let's go to drop shadow. All right, so here's a transparency. You can play with it, slide forward and back, see what you like. Distance, you can play with that. The angle. This is the blur radius. Here you don't see a blur, but if you pull it out, see how it changes? Okay, you can do that. All right. So it's looking pretty good. I have my kiosk ready to move around. I'm going to put it together now. So I have all the backgrounds the way I want to. Now what I would like for you to do is you're going to go to File. And then after you go to File, you're going to scroll down to Publish to the Web. Okay. Now here is where you can really have some fun. Start your show as soon as the player loads. So let's select that. Restart the slideshow after the last slide. You can select that as well. Okay, so we're going to publish our show. So let's select publish. It says, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. So select OK. And what you're going to do now, you're going to press Control C to copy. All right, so on your keyboard, find the Control key and the C key. That's the shortcut to copy. And I'm going to open up a new tab because I want to see what it looks like. Now, inside of this, your Omnibox right here, I want you to make sure your cursor's in that Omnibox. Press Control V, Control V, and then I want you to press Enter. Okay, and there it is. There's my kiosk. Now I need to go back and put some of my text in there to label my machines, but as you can see, I have my working kiosk. All right, so I'm happy with this. Well, thanks for watching and have fun making.